Welcome to LawEasy. My name is Marty Shenkman, and I'm joined for this video clip by Michael Richmond. He's the managing director of the DAC Group in which city in New Jersey?
Rochelle Park, New Jersey.
Rochelle Park, New Jersey. I knew it was New Jersey. I didn't know where it was.
Not too far from here, Marty.
Michael, so let's talk about a really important topic. Lots of people own closely held business interests. Lots of them need to or want to consider selling their business at some point. Maybe today, maybe down the road. How do they identify not a buyer, but the right buyer? And maybe you should even talk about what are some of the characteristics of the right buyer versus a buyer.
Well, Marty, that's an excellent question. And the right buyer will be different for different people. And it really depends on what the seller's motivation is. You know, is the seller tired of owning their business? Are they've been doing it for 20, 30 years and they need a change? Are they concerned about the risk of their business? Or
that's a really important point. If I love what I do, but I'm concerned about the risk, is there a way to take some dollars off the table with the kind of planning and identifying the right buyer? And how might the right buyer be necessary to enable me to do that?
Well, private equity or financial buyers do exactly that. They give an opportunity for a business owner to take some money off the table and at the same time remain involved in the business, working, but quite frankly with a lot less pressure on their shoulders.
So that's really important because I think too many people think, oh, I don't want to sell my business, so there's nothing I can do. But that's a great option to reduce your risk, money off the table, and at the same time continue what you love.
Exactly, Marty. So we'll see today where financial buyers are coming in and they're buying anywhere from maybe 60 to 80% of a business. They want an owner to roll some of their money into what we call the new company or their existing company.
Skin in the game.
Exactly. Continue to run the business. And very often they'll get a second bite of the apple, meaning when the company that is sold maybe 5 to 7 years down the road, that 20, 30% of the business could be worth as much as the
first sale.
The first sale. Exactly.
That's great.
Right, Marty.
And you guarantee all your deals work out like that, right?
Just like you guarantee tax savings.
Let's talk a little bit more about the right buyer and how there's different types of buyers and different types of sellers or clients may want different circumstances, because I think there's a lot more options, and this was one that we've talked about.
Yeah. So let's talk about strategic buyers. Strategic buyers are corporations. They are typically buying smaller companies to either enter a niche that they're not in or to grow with synergies. And they typically will buy 100% of a company, and they don't necessarily need the existing owner to continue to run the company. On the other hand, you have financial buyers who don't have the expertise, may have, will bring in financial engineering, will bring in guidance and capital to help a company grow, but they don't really come and run the day-to-day business.
That's another interesting point. So buyers can also bring in expertise and money to help them grow their business to the next level while still simultaneously taking some piece off the table.
Correct. We are involved with a client right now that needs some help with their back office systems. Their technology has been dated. Their systems need upgrading, and quite frankly, their warehouse needs to be brought to the 21st century. This is beyond the capacity of the owner. The owner is a brilliant individual, does a great job running the company, but he needs some outside expertise that he admits he doesn't have.
So it's almost like a co-venture, not a sale.
Correct. And very often the financial buyers will couch that as an investment rather than a purchase of the company.
You brought up an interesting point when we were chatting before the video on if it's a family business, you may have a legacy, a name, something you want to continue. How does that tie back to the selection of the right buyer?
Well, that's another good question, Marty, because you think of these family businesses, some which have been around 50, 70, 100 years, and they don't want a situation where a company comes in and hurts the good name of that family business. And so often these businesses have the name of the owner, the founding family on the business. So we encourage we like to offer options to our clients and give them a choice of potential buyers. And we encourage our clients to have the process go both ways, just like a buyer is doing due diligence on the company. We encourage and we do diligence on the buyers themselves. What are their plans? What do they see? Are they planning to move the facility? And we have specific discussions both ways to get understanding.
What's the history of what they've done with similar companies they've purchased?
Correct.
If they have a history, they may be repeating it.
And in fact, we encourage our clients to talk to other business owners who've sold to these financial buyers and engage with them with frank discussions.
Good point. So the topic of finding the right buyer for your business is a fascinating topic. There's lots of options. I think one of the most important things that I see done wrong is too often people wait too long to make a decision. You kind of want to begin the process before it becomes a desperate need. You don't want to wait for the patriarch or matriarch of the business to fall ill and then start thinking about it. So be proactive. Talk to your advisors. Michael, thank you. Thank you for joining us. And with all the video clips, this is for educational purposes only. Don't take any action without talking to the appropriate professional advisors. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.